In this video, I will be going through question number 5 on the density practice worksheet. The question states, what is the mass of 200 milliliters of ethyl alcohol if the density of ethyl alcohol is 0.789 grams per milliliter? So, first thing we do is we need to figure out what we are looking for. So the question says, what is the mass? So we are looking for mass. So circle mass. Now we need to figure out what are we given. So we are given 200 milliliters. And remember that unit milliliter, that means volume. And we are given the density. If the density is 0.789 grams per milliliter. Okay, so we have density and volume, and we need to figure out mass. So let's go back to our density formula. Density equals mass divided by volume. So what we can do is we can just plug in our values. So this will be our density value. This will be our volume value. So we have 0.789 grams per milliliter is equal to the mass divided by 200.0 milliliters. Now again, this mass, this is what we want to figure out. We want to know what that mass is. So how do we solve for mass? How do we get mass alone? What we do is so we need to get 200 milliliters onto the other side of the equation, away from mass. So we are going to multiply by 200.0 milliliters. And what we do to one side of the equation, we must do to the other side. And I want you to really understand what's going on. So if we have, on the right side of the equation, we now have mass times 200 divided by 200. So you should know that 200 divided by 200 equals 1. So we really have mass times 1. Mass times 1 is the same thing as mass. So in math and in science, we call this canceling out. And we'll do this multiplication on the left side. So 200 times 0.789 should get you 157.8. And we have milliliters times grams divided by milliliters. So let me just write what we really have. So we have milliliter times gram divided by milliliter. So just like the 200 divided by 200 is 1, milliliter divided by milliliter is also 1, so we call that canceling out. So our final unit is grams, and that's going to equal mass. So that is our final answer. Go ahead and try number 6.